Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, so today we're going to be continuing on with the lore unlock stuff. I think it's almost done. I've just been thinking about how I want to actually reveal or unlock the lore, but I think we have a good idea for it, or I have a good idea for it. So we'll implement that, we'll see how that goes, and we'll find something else to work on assuming we get all that done, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, you could wishlist Alcabortis on Steam. The demo is coming out relatively soon. So if you're wishlisted, you will be notified when the demo goes live. And of course, when the game is released. If you want to support the development of the game, you can subscribe on Patreon. Subscribing at the sponsored tier for at least 1 month will get you a Steam key for the full game, and your name will be included in the in-game credits. So definitely consider that if you're interested. You can also grab one of my Udemy courses. These are going to teach you how to build complete games in the Godot engine. It's a great way to support the project as well. Alrighty then. Hello, Clickertail. Welcome back. Mo Hall, good to see you. Welcome. Christian Brenner, hello. Welcome. Wooius, good to see you as well. Welcome. Emerson, hello, hello. Hello, Lich Lev, welcome back. Sorry, I had trouble reading that for a second. Shirley Burley, hello, welcome. All right, so let me take a look at... Again, I'm going to try not to spoil any of the lore that I've written. Not that it's anything special, but, you know, you got to have some surprises left, right? So I've replaced all these things with just dummy lore, so... I did change how this looks from yesterday. This is just a straight up list of just names of the lore entries essentially, and then you could just click on it to read it. So yeah, that's basically it. So the main thing that I need to do now is tie these lore unlocks to particular unlockables in here. And I was thinking, I actually don't think... The initial plan was to do one piece of lore per unlock, but... I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to make it so that some of the unlocks create lore. Because otherwise, like, there are like 30 unlockables right now, I think, or 26 or something. So I'd have to write all that lore, but then this is not even the final unlock tree either, so... Yeah, I might have to write like 50 pieces of lore. That's like, I don't know if I need that much. I don't know if I need to write that much to create a compelling story, but if I could do like 10 to 15 and then just sprinkle them throughout the unlock tree, I think that would be fine too. So I think basically, yeah, what I've got. So these are, I actually do have 4 lore entries, 4 real ones that I've just essentially just overwritten in here, so you can't see what they actually say. But yeah, so the next thing is I need to so now the question is, if I'm going to do it that way, where not every unlock has an associated unlock ID, yeah, so the question is, do I want to actually associate these lore things with like specific unlocks, or do I want to just require certain point investment in the tree? I may do that, actually. That might even be better. Hello, Light Tiramisu. I have to read? Ew, yeah, you have to read. I think I might just do it based on points unlocked, actually. Well, shoot. Let's try it that way. Let's just go with that for the... for the initial part. I can always change it later. So we're going to get rid of this, actually. Required... unlock points spent, something like that. We'll set this to -1 by default. Oh, this needs to be an int. Okay. I think that will work. So let's build that. I'm just thinking, like, how am I going to actually store the lock state? I mean, I guess I can just get the total number of points spent and just change the lock state based on that. So I don't actually need to save anything in the save file, I don't think. So let me think about, I mean, I'm going to have to go in and edit all these anyway. So let's just do 1. Origins, let's do 6, 3. Okay, whatever. We'll just work with that. So we need a lock. Let's do a lock view next. So lore summary item. So this is the lore summary item. I think, so I am going to want to order these. But now that I have this required unlock points, they're going to be easy to order now. So I can order them in the list, and then for the ones that are missing, yeah, I could just change this to locked, I suppose. I don't think there's anything really wrong about that. So I think what I would do, let's do something like public void. No, not public. Let's do private void update lock state. Okay. So we have the lore definition resource. We don't have the lore definition resource. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to store this then. Or maybe I'll just pull out the required unlock points. So I'll pull this out. Required unlock points spent is equal to lore definition resource dot required unlock points spent. We are going to call update lock state here. So now we need to go to unlocks manager dot get points. So we have get points remaining. Unlock points remaining is unlock points earned minus unlock points spent. Unlock points spent. Okay, so we actually do have that. So this would be, I guess I'll just create a method for that. I'm kind of making it the case that I'm not reading the unlock model directly, that I'm going through the unlocks manager to get everything. Even if I could read a property like just very basically from the unlock model, I go through the unlocks manager because that gives me sort of like a bridge between those two pieces of data. So if I ever need to change how a piece of data is fetched or calculated, I don't need to change everywhere in the code base, right? So this is like the source of truth that gives me what I'm looking for, and then I can just swap out the logic for however I want to get that information. Get unlock points spent. this would just be return data initializer dot unlock model dot unlock points spent. Okay, so we're going to say var is locked is equal to unlocks manager dot get unlock points spent is less than required unlock points spent. And the other thing we want to do is we want to say no, that should work. Yeah. All right. What? I don't know what I want to call this. Locked or not discovered, something like that. Namelabel.text is equal to that. Name label add theme color override, game constants dot color red, and then clickable control dot add input lock. Okay. So we're going to see how that goes. Is it fine to release my game in GDScript or should I refactor it to another language? Also, which language you're using for your own game and why? Yeah, it's totally fine. Like using GDScript for your game, perfectly fine. There are a lot of successful games on Steam that are written in GDScript, so I wouldn't worry too much about the language. The only reason I'm using C# is for personal preference reasons. I just like C# better. I like the tools that it gives me. I feel like I could create more complex systems more easily in C#, but that's about it. So yeah, but thank you, Raphael. I appreciate that. I would not worry too much about the language. The question that you should be asking is like, are you able to effectively create a game in this language? If so, great, right? Like, go with that. Don't need to worry so much about what tools you're using as long as the tools are serving you well. The question, the way you do this UI, it's like the Godot 4 course, like the borders has the stylish part with the nice shapes and edges. Yeah, I forgot which course it's in, but yeah, I show you how to style the UI and stuff in the courses. I at least show you how to do like the 9 slice for like variable panel heights and stuff. I am doing something a little bit more sophisticated in this game in a lot of cases because my UI is very, very detailed. And so there are certain situations in this game where like a good example of it is the board. Let's see, border panel. So you see how these borders here? These are actually all individual 9 slice rectangles. These are not like just a theme. And then I have like tileable textures here and here. And the reason is because there is no way to accomplish this particular border look with just the regular 9 slice theming. So I had to basically create my own series of margin containers and 9 slice rects to get that to work. And so like if I extend this, it's not going to tile this, but it tiles that middle part, you see? And then if I do that, it tiles the sides. So yeah, sometimes I'm like doing more complicated stuff to get the tiling to work properly, but yeah, like the basic like borders and stuff. Like this is another example. This is just a straight up texture. So this is not a panel. It's just a texture. But there are certain like sub views. So if I go into the unlock menu, so like here, this is just like a normal panel container border. The header here is literally just another UI element that's just aligned to be on top of it. I need to order that, so let's see. So yeah, that's, but yeah, I do show you how to do like the UI styling in the courses. Lore content. Lore entries, order by X dot required unlock points spent dot then by X dot ID string comparer dot ordinal ignore case dot to list. Okay, let's try that. Undiscovered, that's a good one. Yeah, I could use that. Bro's a .NET developer. If it works, it works. You're welcome, Raphael. You're welcome, Matthias. UI course when? Which earned you more, games or courses? Definitely the courses. Definitely the courses. Hopefully we'll turn that around, but... Okay, good. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, I think my course revenue, I mean, I won't give exact numbers, but the course revenue is... It's almost 6 times as high as my games revenue. But we're going to flip that around. The goal is to flip it. We will see, though. Hello, Igor. Welcome. Good to see you. Hello, all in Gap. Did I say that correctly? Gosh, it's so hard. Al in Gap. It's so hard to read. Like, I mean, you can see it on the screen here, like which one's an L and which one's an I. I always get so confused about that. Oh, interesting. Wooius. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing about that. Heard about those developers that sold expensive courses about game dev and they didn't have any solid games themselves. Maybe courses are more profitable. Yeah. So I think, so like game dev courses, there's a couple of different ones, right? My courses do not talk about anything about like marketing or how to sell it on Steam or how to get a publisher. Like my courses are purely technical. They're just like, here's how you use the engine to create a game. I do not tell you anything about how to market the game. I don't tell you anything about how to make the game good. I don't tell you anything about how to work with publishers because I don't know any of that stuff. Like I'm still trying to figure that out. So my courses are just, it's no different than like teaching you how to like, here's how to work with this Python framework, right? It's like, I'm not telling you how to make money doing that. I'm just showing you how to use the tool, right? But there are certainly like game dev courses which are like, hey, buy my course and we're going to give you the entire like top down bottom like business development side, and then we're also going to teach you how to play the game and then or how to build the game, and then you're going to make money from your games, right? And those ones you have to be a little bit more careful about because a lot of people who make those kinds of courses, they don't really have games that are all that impressive, right? So you have to be very, very careful about those kinds of courses. So yeah, I think there's only like, yeah, I guess I'll just stop there. But yeah, you definitely want to be careful about that. And those courses tend to be very expensive too, which is the other like major problem. They'll be like $500 for this course because what they're doing is they're selling you a dream, right? They're selling you the dream of making, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on your game. But then you look at like my Udemy courses and it's just like, here's how to build the game. And also the course is $20, right? So it's like, even if I was trying to scam you, which I'm not, it's like, okay, great. Like you're out $20, right? That is not the case though. I don't want to scam anybody, but yeah, you have to be very careful. Are you drinking coffee? Yes, I am. It's a type of semiconductor. Oh, interesting. Okay. We make games because we love. You have a great visual style in your game. Good luck with it. Thank you. Jasuke, I hope I said that correctly. I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you create all your own art and sounds? Yes, I create all of my art myself. Everything is done solo. The sounds, I'm not creating the sounds myself. What I do, and I can go over this again because I think it's helpful. I'm just going to search ass in my Windows so I could go to Asset Horde. So I'm using this tool called Asset Horde. This is basically just an app that helps you organize your game assets, which I don't use it for anything else except for sound effects. But what I've been doing for a number of years is I've been buying up cheap sound effects packs and storing them on a hard drive. And so I have this whole personal library. I mean, you can't read this number very well, but this number says that there are 204,000 sound effects files in this. I think I'm up to like 200 or 250 gigabytes of sound effects. And so a lot of this is just the Sonus GDC audio bundles. So those are free audio bundles that contain a bunch of royalty-free, unlimited use and commercial project sound effects. So you can download those. That's like 100 or 120 gigabytes alone. And then what I'll do is like every time like Humble Bundle will put out like a bundle of sound effect asset packs or whatever, I just pay whatever, 25 or 30 bucks, and then I get like 10,000 more sound effects, right? And so I've just been building up this library over time. So when I go to put sounds in Alchemy Mortis or any of my games, I basically just come in here and I just go like, oh, I need a wind sound effect. So I'll just search wind, and then I'm just like scroll through and like listen to all these, and then I'll grab the ones that I want to use, right? Sometimes I'll mix sounds together too, like I'll find 2 or 3 sounds that sound really good together, then I'll throw them into Audacity or something and just like cut them up and like merge them together a little bit. But yeah, so I'm not making the sounds myself. I do have the rights to all the sounds. I can use all of these in unlimited commercial projects. But I guess you could say like I'm doing the sound design where I'm the one that's determining like what sound effects to use in certain moments. I'm like determining the ambience and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not making the sound effects from scratch is my point. What is this money thing? Hello? Yeah. Do I also work on the game off stream? Yes, I do. The vast majority of the development of this game is done off stream, I would say. You really need to know how to do everything for a game. Yes, you do. Sounds like a guy who released BioShock recently. Well, I would say about like, so Thomas Brush is one of those people that releases courses. I don't know anything about the courses, right? But what I can say for Thomas Brush at least is that he actually has done multiple deals with publishers. He actually has released games that were very successful. So if you're going to buy a course that's trying to sell you the dream of making games, like Thomas Brush is about as credible as you can get. Again, I'm not saying that his courses are good. I'm not saying that they're high quality. I don't know anything about his courses. What I am saying is that he at least has some of the credentials or all of the credentials that you would want from somebody who's going to try to like sell you this dream. Whether that's a good idea or not is up to you to determine, but there are certainly people who are not like Thomas Brush, who don't have any successful games, who have never worked with a publisher, and they're trying to sell you this dream of like how to make money with your games. Those people you should stay far away from. Those people you should stay far away from. But yeah, in the case of Thomas Brush, at least it is true that he has built several successful games, right? So at least he's got that going for him. All right, then keep your secrets. Yeah, it actually is a secret. That's, unfortunately, you know what, I'm actually gonna, there are a couple of secret items in the game that I actually don't want you to know anything about. So I'll just turn that off. Been working on a larger project and I've been trying to be good about attribution. I really like your finite state machine, but it's just with no license. What should I do? Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't use it because I'll come after you with my army of lawyers if you do. I'm just kidding. Well, first of all, I'll just say right now, like, you can use it however you want. Like, you could just copy and paste it and put it in your project. Like, it doesn't matter. So that is me giving you permission. But you don't, it's just a code snippet, right? It's like, I don't even know if those things are, like, licensable. It's literally just like a one one class code snippet, it's like, I don't even know how you would claim copyrights to that at all, you know? But yeah, feel free to use it however you want. Not even 20 bucks, I got yours on sale. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it goes very cheap a lot of times. Most people buy on sales. The tip about that, tip about sounds really helps a lot. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, what am I doing? So the tricksy part here is I'm going to need to update. Thank you, Snupbill, for the IDR 10,000. Very much appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back, yummers. So here's the thing. So these are unlocked by default, which is okay. But when I unlock these things, son of a biscuit. So I disabled unlocks on this screen. Anyway, so I need to listen for unlock requests or item unlocked. Do I have? Let's just look for the unlock tree item here. Unlocked event handler. Connect to unlocked, on item unlocked, emit signal tree item unlocked. Show unlock tree, unlock menu. So unlock menu. Oh, this is connecting. Unlock tree container. Tree item unlocked. Update points remaining. On tree item unlocked. How do I want to do this? So I think my drawer list. Maybe I'll just do export private unlock tree container. Unlock tree container on ready, unlock tree container dot connect to tree item unlocked. Private void on tree item unlocked. We are going to want to do, I need to get a reference to the lore content. So let's, yeah, maybe I just do, I might just do a lore content update unlock state, something like this. Okay, so if I go to my lore content now, public void, update unlock state, couple control, oh man. Do I just iterate over all the children? I don't really like passing this all the way down. I don't like that. Unlocks. Get unlock points remaining. Maybe I... On tree item unlocked. Emit signal tree item unlocked. Well, it's fine, I guess. We'll just keep going with this. I don't really like passing all this stuff down, but... maybe what I'll do is in the setup here, maybe I'll just store a list. Make this read-only. Lore summary items dot add. So we call update. Oh. Oops. Update unlock state. All right. How do I want to do this now? Because I have this input lock. Maybe I just don't do this. Okay, if is locked... let's do is locked here. Game constants dot color orange. Okay. So I'm duplicating a little bit of logic in here, but that's okay. If is locked, so name label is going to be... I guess I am going to need to store a reference to this now. Okay, private lore definition resource. Lore definition resource is equal to this. Lore definition resource dot required unlock points spent. Name label dot text is lore definition resource dot name translation key. And then we want to do font color orange. Okay. So I need to build, and then I need to wire that unlock tree container up to the drawer list. So let's do that. Hello, Clickertail, welcome. Do you use any kind of AI while developing your games? Yeah, sometimes. I've been using them recently to do like code review. So if I implement a major feature or I just change a lot about the code, I will ask the AI to review the changes and make sure that they are safe and they don't introduce any unintended side effects. I've been using it to help me find the source of bugs that are reported by players as well. So it cuts down on like the investigation time quite a bit usually. Sometimes it can't find the bug, but yeah, I think they're very useful in those kinds of situations. But for writing the gameplay code and like creating the systems and abilities, no, I don't use it for that. Because I need to have an understanding of what's going on in my code base. Is this going to work? I feel like I'm missing a step, but we will see. Hello, Turbo Shook. Welcome back. Hello, Out99 Horus. What's Firebelly? Good question. Probably overthinking it. Thanks for all the great technical videos in the Finite State Machine. You're welcome. Okay, so this is still hoverable, so I need to look at the lock state here, but let's just make sure. Dang it, I need to put the ignore unlocks here. Hello, Fork, welcome back. Good to see you. So this one should change from not discovered to discovered when I do... Yeah, so that unlocked. Okay, good. And then I need 3 more, I think, right? Yeah, 3 more. There we go. Okay. Good. So that seems to be working. So the only other thing is I just need to... I need to add some validation. Clickable control. Is this still referenced? Yeah. Okay. Clickable control dot add clickable validator. Not is locked. Let's do this. Is locked question mark. And then okay. Goodness gracious. I think that's okay. Just checked my hotel. First holiday in another country in years. Still got to scratch my dev itch though. Very nice. I hope you enjoy it. So let me plug in my controller and make sure that this is working at least a little bit. Okay, that is working. Good. Okay, good. So this screen will need a little bit of help visually, I think, but I think it's okay for now. Good morning, Ninja Link. Good to see you. Welcome back to the stream. So now I need some kind of indicator when you've unlocked something, when you've unlocked a lore entry. Also, I should make sure that when I revisit, the unlocks menu, so if I unlock some of these, so I've got 4 available. So if I leave the unlock menu and then I come back, there's still 4 available. Okay, good. All right, so that makes sense to me. Okay, so I actually don't see this as the problem is like, I don't want to save these because that's all the lore overwritten. Why does this keep happening? Okay, anyway. So we'll grab those. Lore unlocks based on points spent. Okay, Hello, V. Welcome. Good to see you. So now I need to go to data initializer. Oops. Unlock category. We'll do lore 3. Why do I feel like this is not? Oh. I have this record unlock here. Public static void set lore as unlocked string lore ID. Record unlock category. Okay, so there's our lore unlock. Now I need to do that in my I don't know, this is going to be a little bit weird, but that's okay. If is initialized and old lock state is equal to and not old lock state and not is locked. No. Data initializer. No, this would be unlocks manager dot set lore as unlocked. Lore definition resource dot ID. Okay. Oh, this is a pain in the rear. So I basically need to make this unlock indicator how am I using that? Unlock indicator kill. I gotta instantiate these unlock indicators. Oh man. Is artifact newly unlocked? So I am gonna need is lore newly unlocked. String lore ID. Let's copy this. We'll copy this one as well. Okay, so we've got those. Public static pool has any new lore unlocks. Has any new unlock category dot lore. Well, that's fine for now, I suppose. Hello, Michael Harris. Welcome. Good to see you. Unlock indicator. Lore unlock indicator placeholder. Update unlock state here. Update unlock state. Lore unlock indicator placeholder. Okay. I think, unfortunately, I need to store it. So we'll say has or lore unlocks is equal to unlocks manager dot has any new lore unlocks. If has lore unlocks and not is instance valid, lore unlock indicator. Lore unlock indicator placeholder, or indicator is equal to lore unlock indicator placeholder dot create instance as unlock indicator. Else if not has lore unlocks and is instance valid, lore unlock indicator, lore unlock indicator dot kill, lore unlock indicator is equal to null. Okay. So we're going to call that there, but we also need to call it on create here. So let's do update unlock state. But now, unfortunately, we need to do the same thing for the lore summary item placeholder. just slap it there. Load as placeholder, unlock indicator placeholder. Oops, I didn't call it lore, did I? Unlock indicator placeholder. Good morning, Straight Pointer. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay, so now I need to do basically the same exact thing. Okay. Is newly unlocked is equal to unlocks manager is lore newly unlocked. If is newly unlocked and not is instance valid, unlock indicator is equal to unlock indicator placeholder dot create instance. Else if not is newly unlocked and maybe I actually want to put this in a different method. Okay. So when I hover enter, I want to call update indicator. All right. Update indicator. I also want to do that. So we do want to clear it. Now the problem is this is not going to... Is this going to save? I am forgetting how this save is working. Gather run save model. What? Oh, okay. I think it's okay. The thing I was worried about is like if I call a save from the unlock menu, I was wondering if it would save like save a bad run state, but it looks like the run state it's creating copies of all the data, so it shouldn't be shared by reference, so it won't, I don't think it will save anything bad, but I don't know. Are those GPU particles? Yes, those are GPU particles. Those are GPU particles. The thing that's kind of confusing me though, I guess I'm not saving it when you clear unlock state. So that may be a problem actually, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. We need to also update this unlock state. Okay. So lore summary item, I need a signal here. Void. What I may do is I may make this return a Boolean. And then I can do if this emit signal unlock cleared event handler. And then in my lore content, what I can do summary item dot unlock cleared. On summary item unlock cleared. If not, data initializer unlocks manager has any new lore unlocks. Signal public delegate void all unlocks cleared event handler. And then down to the drawer list, lore content. I have no idea if that's going to work. Let's see. Okay, so that's got a new lore there. Go here. Boom, that all clears correctly. Good. So I may want to have something more interesting. But also there's the question of, I mean, I should test and make sure that it works if I go back into it as well. So if I go here, unlocks, boom, lore. Okay, so if I do this, I've got an unlock, go away. So I'm not showing the indicator on the unlock thing. I don't think the lore is that important to like call out on the indicator here. So we'll just leave it alone. But if you do have new lore, it will show up here. And then I just do that, right? Since I'm going to do more sparse lore though, I wonder if it would just be fine to just pop up the lore dialogue immediately. Otherwise, I may do some kind of like animation or call out that you've unlocked some lore that you can go and look at. But we'll see. Hello, Joshua Walk. Good to see you. Anyway, I think that's working, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we go do this, stage all those. I may consider showing the lore dialogue. This one is going to be done. Okay. Anyway, I think that's good enough for that for now. I gotta refine some of the lore that I did write, and then also just tidy this up a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, we can think about doing something else now. I wonder if I should. I think I can undo these now if we're going to be done with the lore for now. I just got to make sure not to reveal anything. Let's get rid of those. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and when I come back, we will find something else to work on. Maybe we'll do something fun, some new content or something, but I will be right back in just 3 minutes, and we'll continue on. All right, I'm back. I also like your trailer. Thank you. 3-stream streak. Nice. All right. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? Oh gosh, there's a lot of work to do. We can take a look at the Alchemortis suggestions channel as well in the Discord. So let's see. Do need more artifacts. Do I not have any artifact? I have a bunch of artifact ideas. Let's take a look. Increase paralysis duration by 1. That would be a good one. I don't know about the theme of that, but... how would I actually get that to work if I wanted to increase the paralysis duration? Is player application... oh, I could just do this. Oh, okay. So wait a minute, I could just do like... oops. If buff is confused debuff. Remaining duration. Is that what I do for paralysis as well? Debuff. Add critical bonus, add duration. Yeah, I could just add duration to that. Oh, interesting. We'll just group this here. Oh, did I put that in the wrong spot? My bad. Okay. So yeah, we can actually do this. We just need a theme for it now. I don't know if I like the Death's Albatross, I'm sorry to say. But let's go ahead and open up our A-Sprite. And actually, well, I need to think of a name for this first. Maybe I'll start with just drawing something. What would be a good artifact for increasing paralysis duration? That is a good question. What is a good artifact for that? So increase paralysis duration. We could do like a scorpion, maybe. I mean, we already have like a scorpion tail, like the mantis core stinger there, but I'm thinking like a proper scorpion could work. Maybe Some kind of fear or a horror thing, perhaps. Interesting you do that. Does C# not have string enums? C# does have string enums, but these artifact modifier keys, like, they just work off of a string name. So yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. What do I want to do for this? I'm just wondering if I should scope this as well. I don't think so. Buff applicator, because this is checking if it's a player application here, so... accumulate for side. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal for that case. Anyway, what are we going to draw? Something that's fearful, something horror, or maybe a scorpion. Actually not sure. I'm actually not sure. It doesn't help. My cat is making a bunch of noise in the other room, so it's hard to think. I'm just doodling. I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, this won't even work anyway, it's too big. Let's move it over, I suppose. Okay. We will see what comes of this. We will see what comes of this indeed. Maybe this needs to be... man-made horrors beyond comprehension. Man-made horrors beyond comprehension. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know what I just drew. He's kind of cute, though. He's kind of cute. Demented moose. Menori? Yoroi? The red part of it. Monty Python and a Holy Grail popped in my mind. A moose once bit my sister, yeah. They used to have devil masks on to strike fear or something. Oh, that's true, yeah, I could do that. You're so good at drawing, I suck and I hate it. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. It's easy. You just draw until it comes to shape. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. You just draw and then something happens. I need to be 3 pixels away, which means that I can't have this other antenna there, which kind of sucks. Is there a way I can get this to work? I can't move it that far down, and I don't want to shrink the mouth. Yeah, I don't want to shrink the mouth. Actually. No, I like it this way. What am I going to do about this? Oh, also this is too far over as well. Well, shoot. I have no idea what this thing is. Put that there, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't really put another antenna there. That's unfortunate. Guess I can move this one over. Yeah, I don't have room. I guess there's 4 pixels there. What am I gonna do? I mean, I guess I could just remove the antenna. Or I could put it like out in the front, maybe. If I do like this. No, it's not gonna work. Well, I think we could just call that whatever it is. Oops. And call that good, whatever it is. I don't like how thick these parts are, which is why I'm trying to like add that, but then it doesn't look quite right either. I mean, it's probably fine. We'll just leave it. Maybe if I make this thicker. No, that doesn't look right either. Maybe there. That's probably all right. Whatever. Okay. Alrighty then. Do I want to put like a little tooth there? Okay. I have no idea. We'll just call this. Well, there we go. Current drawing reminds me of that old plague mask, but maybe you already have that somewhere. I do, yeah. I was thinking this would be like, what I was thinking is that this would be like a mosquito man head or something. Like it's a person that basically got hybridized with a mosquito, and then this is his head. I might just call it Mosquito Man head. To me, the way he looks more like a sculpting than drawing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, with pixel art, it's really hard for me, at least, to, like, get to the shape that I want initially. A lot of it is just, like, adding pixels and removing pixels until I get something. I don't know if that's how, like, most people approach it. I'm sure there is an element of that. And that may just be true of like any kind of like digital artwork that you're doing, because like, you know, one of the big strengths of digital is that you like it's non-committal, right? Like you can put something on the canvas and then be like, actually, I don't like that, undo or erase or whatever. Is it fly? Yeah, it's some sort of bug. Yeah, exactly. A scared one. Yeah. To me, it looks like the angriest bug you'll ever see. You stepped in his house kind of vibe. Yeah. The Thing looks like a mosquito about to explode. Not sure about you, Fireball, but when I look at The Thing, the fear and horror is the emotion that strikes me first. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what I was going for. Fear, horror, agony, an expression of like, kill me now, right? I don't know if I like this placement. I think that looks... I think that looks better, actually. Mosquito when I guess first time. Almost Igor from Young Frankenstein. Dating myself again. Okay, we'll just call this... we need to give it some kind of like... some kind of cool name. Here we go. Mosquitoid. Mosquitoid head. There we go. That's definitely one of the more unhinged things that I've drawn for this game. Oh, we need to remove the background. Oh, I need to outline this too. What am I even doing? I'm not done with this. Okay. Mosquitoid. Oh, we need to make his proboscis. It's pointy. Draw an X for the eyes. Do you like that update the VS Code got? UI got changed a bit. Well, on the X for eyes point, I think the reason I don't want to do that is because, like, I don't know, X's, for whatever reason at the resolutions I'm drawing, whenever I draw an X, it just ends up looking terrible. Like, so this would be the size of an X that I could put in the eye here, and it just ends up being, like, a little bit too thick, I think. So if I take this, you know, I mean, that kind of looks all right, I suppose. In this case, it looks okay. But a lot of the times the X's that I would want to draw just end up being kind of muddied like that, or muddled. But I'll just keep I'll keep it the way I've drawn it. So mosquitoid head. Description. Keyword paralysis. Paralysis. Duration by. Okay, is there anything else I need to do with this? I don't think so. Let's just turn on the training dummies. Training dummy. Let's just do put the Saint Anger card in there. I think that turned out all right. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. You just start doodling without an idea of what you're drawing and then ideas will come to you. A lot of times that doesn't work though, but it worked this case. Any day now. Ew. I forgot to build the description, and also it's not giving me my items. Kind of feel like this should do something with Swarm, maybe because of the insect theme. Well, yeah, I do have a, I mean, I have a locust item that does Swarm, which is also an insect. Whoa. Uh-oh. Shoot. Those highlights are going outside of the board. What? Is there anything else that's happening for? Why is that one broken? What? I don't know if I want to debug this right now, but I am going to write this down. Okay, well, I don't want to debug this right now. It's querying the source and the target. Oh, that might be why. I did make a change to the querying of the boards. And so I may have introduced that issue. I suspect it's to do with querying the source and the target at the same time. I think what's probably happening is I think it's using the enemy board dimensions, right? Oops. Yeah, so we've got 5 across and 4 down. So that's 5 across, 4 down. Yeah, so it's... the cell highlighting, it probably is highlighting this board correctly, but then it's also like unioning the cells from this side as well. I don't think that that's correct. I mean, it's obviously not correct, but I don't know how it was working before, so I'm going to need to fix that. But anyway, that's okay. That's not correct either. Wow, everything is just breaking. Oh, it needs to be magnitude to time format. Okay. Enable test player artifacts. Yes. Okay, let's try this again. Swarm paralysis. Swarm paralysis would be cool. I should do an item with that. Okay. Okay. .9 seconds remaining. So this says 0.9 seconds, then it's adding 1. Cool. Definitely an unhinged artifact. Anyway, that is done. So that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Done. Cool. New artifact in the game. I can see it being just paralysis. He does look terrifying, yeah. Can I just say I appreciate the time you must have put into the make the mouse over on player item cause rotating highlight on the enemy board. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think I still want to investigate if I can make those highlights work a little bit better. Yeah, I need to... That's one of the weaker parts of the game right now, but I'm trying to do my best to show players like what's going on with the highlighting there. It's the kind of thing that non-programmers would think is easy. Yeah, it is difficult. But yeah, I still think there's room for improvement there too. I just need to... Oh man, there's just so much to do. There's just so much to do. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Looking through my history. You know what I may do? Because I don't remember how the... I don't remember how the Fist of Anger worked, so I'm actually going to go back to this point in the history here before I did those query changes. I'm going to see... how the Fist of Anger actually ended up working. Settings, let's see, debug. Okay, test player cards. Saint Anger. All right, let's see. Use vanilla PowerShell? Yes. I mean, I don't use the command line like ever, so. Okay, so this was not highlighting the enemy board. Okay, so how is that? Okay, so I know what the behavior was before. So now that I know that, I can go back to master here and rebuild. Okay. As in 5. I don't know what that means. Vanilla PowerShell 5. Okay, so if I go to my query highlight component, board, highlight tile map layer. Yeah, so the affected cells, all affected cells. So we'll just trace this back. Query result. All affected cells here. Okay. Union with. Query affected cells. Why was this not? I'm gonna have to look at the file history here. Query result. Board inventory component. Query. Why is this breaking? Let's show highlight for board effect. Query result. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Now, wait a minute. I should be able to highlight the enemy board. To a random enemy item on the edge of the board. Yeah, it's not highlighting the enemies anymore. Oh, okay. Oh, was this always a problem? The query highlight component. Show highlight for card. On board card mouse entered. Board inventory component. Oh, there's like a major problem here. How did I not notice this? So the problem is this query highlight component. This is on the board object itself. So I'm listening for a board inventory component highlight card. But I can only show highlights on this board. So if I have a card that affects an enemy board, it does not work properly. So, I mean, the fix to get this to work without showing an error would be to just say, if not query options dot, oops, if not query options dot query target board. I don't know if that's correct. I've never used them, but Godot has CLI tool. You can do things like launch the game and stuff from there. Oh, gotcha. Modern PowerShell is PowerShell 7. I mean, I don't know. How do I check? Does it say PowerShell 5? How do I check the version? Version. I have no idea. PowerShell. Oops. PowerShell-V. What? I have no idea. PS version table. Oh yeah. Version 5. Interesting. Well, I don't use the command line like ever, so it doesn't matter to me. So anyway, let's test this. So this should still work, and it doesn't. What the heck is even? Who wrote this freaking code? So this all affected cells, this is actually returning. Oh, this is going to be a problem. This is actually returning all of the cells across all of the boards. Queryable ability query board. All affected cells. Where is this used? Resolve query options. Yeah, this is just wrong. I don't even know how this was ever working. It's not making a distinction between the affected cells on the enemy board and the affected cells on the player board. Fortunately, that's not really driving any logic. It's just for the highlight stuff. So I think the fix would be to... I would need to return affected cells, like source affected cells, and opponent affected cells. So if I would do, let me think. Yeah, so let me just see if I can get this to work. So this would become source affected cells, like so. Oh, but the problem is that's actually not, I don't want to do it at this level, actually. That's board inventory component only belongs to an item. I want to do it at this level. Return query result. Okay, so it's using the same query result, basically. So I almost need like a... I don't know, let's just call it stuff for now. I'll come up with a different name for that. Source affected cells and target affected cells. Source query result is equal to this. Make that a record. Actually, I don't think I need to do that. This would be stuff. Okay. Okay. I think I would need to do the same thing here, though. Yeah. Yeah, I would need to split this up as well. Okay, this returns new stuff. Merge. For target is false here. True there. Return accumulated result with So I'm doing some final filtering here, which is why I can't just take all of them, but I can return that with an update, and then query board helper resolve query options, combined result. So I also need to do like, yeah, this is a little bit weird. Or I can just do a merge in here. I could say combined result is equal to combined result with wait a minute. New stuff is equal to resolve query options here. Oops. Probably would be more efficient to do a merge, but I'm just interested in fixing this. I think I'm destroying everything. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but I'm pretty sure I broke like everything. Let's see. Apparently you can run GD scripts in your shell, and you can do things like automate cross-platform builds. This is really cool. You could use it with GitHub Actions. Interesting. So run GD scripts. Interesting. You can launch certain scenes with variables you pass in CLI and such. Yeah, this is not going to work. Shoot. I don't think this approach is working. I'm gonna need to fix that. But yeah, I mean, I have a CI/CD pipeline for building Godot, but it's not using like any GD script or anything. It's just, I mean, it is using the Godot command line to do the exports in headless mode. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, you could do headless exports. Is your course up to date? No, not really. I mean, one of the courses I have is in Godot 3. The other courses I have, the multiplayer course is the most up-to-date one because it's the newest one. But there haven't been that many changes, feature changes to Godot 4 or anything. So there's a handful of lessons that are a little bit outdated, but otherwise it's largely fine, I think. Anyway, I need to go eat lunch. I'm very hungry. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. I need to go noodle on this a little bit. But you can wishlist Alchemy Mortis on Steam. I would appreciate that. The link for that is in the description below. And thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching. I may do another stream later this afternoon. I know I keep saying that, but maybe for real, because I kind of feel like taking a break from all this stuff and doing just some new content. So yeah, later in the afternoon, if I'm feeling it, I will post in the Discord. Otherwise, yeah, have a great day, everybody. Thank you again. and I will see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, bye-bye.